Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will share with you some tactical analysis over on the Bitcoin chart, as it appears there may be a bull trap starting to set up. So with that being said, let's get right to the charts. And we will start over here on the 4-hour candles for Bitcoin USDT on the Binance exchange. And right now you can clearly see this bullish move up, and we recently just breached a couple different levels of resistance. Now, if you're not familiar with what a bull trap actually is, if we jump over here to this example, basically a bull trap is set up when the price of an asset sells off, it attempts to go back up, meets resistance, continues its sell-off, and then eventually you get a bullish reversal, which then breaches that prior resistance, only to eventually have the trap snap shut and you get a bearish reversal, which oftentimes will sell off below the bullish reversal point. And so if you keep this pattern in mind when we jump back over here to the Bitcoin chart, you can see where Bitcoin sells off, it gets a little bit of a bounce, only to eventually roll back over. And then you get the bullish reversal, which does breach this prior level of resistance back here. And so now the question would be, if this is a bull trap, how high can the bulls push this price before we see the reversal and perhaps the sell-off lower than the 18.5 level where this bullish reversal actually started from back here. And if I drop back in a few of these trend lines we were watching in past videos, the most recent one was actually this descending triangle, and we were looking for a breakout towards the downside, which would have given us a target down here around 18,300. Well, we got the breakout towards the downside a few hours later, and it did sell off down to 18.5, which would be close enough to this particular target for the mission to have been accomplished. And then Bitcoin sees this bullish reversal. So with that all in mind, where would some of our targets be? Well, for starters, if we look for a sell-off up around this level, then we want to look at the Fibonacci retracement from the swing low to the swing high up here, and that drops in our Fibonacci levels for a retracement back down. Now the first level is pretty notable. It's this 382 level, which is coming in at around 20,600, and if you look back and check your 6, that level, the 382 level, comes right in at this level of prior resistance. So that could become a future level of support. Now, if Bitcoin's price does happen to breach down below the 20,600 to 500 level, the next level of support would more than likely be around the 618 level, and that would put us at around 19.8. You could call it 20,000 to 19.5 as a zone of support, and that would make sense because, again, right back through here, 19.5 in the past was a pretty good level of support and even a little bit of resistance back in this area. Now, for the bull trap to actually be complete, I would actually be looking at the level down below this 18.5 level where the bullish reversal took off from. And so down below this 18.5 level, then we're looking back at the 1272 level, and that puts us around 17.5. And in reality, if we zoom out, that would line up pretty much perfectly with this low of 17,622, which is the current low or bottom so far for this bear market. And so this 1272 level of 17.5 or 17.6 could be where we see this bull trap complete down here around this level. And I do hear a lot of chatter out there that the bottom has been put in for Bitcoin. First of all, let me make it perfectly clear. As a trader, I don't call bottoms or tops. I just look for opportunities to get involved with the minimum risk and the maximum potential for profit. So I'm not going to call a bottom or a top to any market, but for all those experts out there calling a bottom, perhaps if this pump turns out to be nothing more than a bull trap and we get the dump, that 17.5 level or 17.6 level would be once again just retesting the bottom. Now on the flip side, what would be the targets to the top side? And so if we grab our Fibonacci tool and basically drag from the high up here down to this low of 18.5, the first target that stands out to me is actually this 50% mark, which was the 21,761 level. And you can see that is in line with this breach of resistance back here. And since Bitcoin's price did breach above this level of resistance, the next level to keep an eye on is going to be the 618 level, which puts us right around 22.5. Now, 22.5 comes into play if we look back in this area. That was prior support, and that could now turn into future resistance, and right now it actually is, as Bitcoin's price has come right up into this level and is now currently rejecting from this level, and that is why you need to proceed with caution that this could just be a bull trap, and we see a sell-off after rejecting at the 618 level. But with that being said, if the buyers or the bulls continue to step up and push this price up, then the next level of resistance could come in at the 786 level, and that would put us around 23,620. Call it somewhere between 23,500 to 24,000, which again, if we look back, check our 6, we had a little bit of resistance here when the price tried to recover but dumped. And again, even back in this area here, you see that as resistance. So I think this 786 level would be a very valid level of resistance. However, a breach of this 786 level, the next level up is 25,000. And that has been an extremely well fortified level of resistance for the bears. A breach above that, and the bulls would have a lot of open air to take off and run. So, I think that's enough jaw-jacking for this video. Something to keep in mind, this week the inflation numbers come out, and that could have a huge effect on Bitcoin's price depending on if they're bullish or bearish numbers. So, if we do see any major changes in Bitcoin's price, I will do an update video. So now would be a good time to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss those update videos. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. And until next time, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.